his island was looking very nice. So I would do either 2 elements or 3 elements the most. For your level, for the amount of monsters that you have, I would... Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video, back with another account review. It's been a while. It's been a long time actually. It's been like a month since I have done one of these account reviews. So today I'm back with another episode. This is going to be episode 19. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, let's go and get started. Alright guys, so first player we have is Saito from the Foxy Bunch. So this is a level 111 player, and the player just wants an overall account review. So let's go ahead and do an overall account review, guys. So first of all, for attack team, this player is using Kingawa 11 Serpentix with Sketch Cold. That's actually a pretty good combo. I mean, this is not bad, except the runes, obviously. I think that's just messed up. I don't think that's on purpose. But if it is on purpose, you gotta change that. Do 2 team speed with 1 life, and then for Serpentix, you could do like 2 strength and 1 speed, if anything, or triple strength. And then, you know, mess around with the speed here as well. Just make this monster go in before Serpentix, obviously. For your defense team, you have Lamuna, Voltic. I would probably throw in a Megataunt in there. So if you have another Megataunt, like King Adam, for example, you could probably throw in there, I would say. But anyways, let's take a look at your team race contribution. 8,200 points. Total cells, okay, it doesn't matter. But yeah. Looks like you're contributing war. Also, team race, I mean, 8,000 points, not bad. I'm not sure how many laps you went for, but let's go ahead and... Oh, it's actually a rank 2. I'm assuming it's a rank 2, right? No, wait, Learning wasn't in team race. What am I saying? Wait, hold up. Who was in team race? Was it you? I think it was you, right? So Arcanite was in team race, right? Was that the previous one, I think? I think it was. But anyways, if it was rank 2, 8,000 points, I mean, that's not bad. That's like, what, 20 laps? No, not 20 laps. 40 laps, right? I believe so. Somewhere around there. I believe it's 40 laps. But anyways, so we have Evil Eye Joe at rank 4. It looks like you've been grinding the passes as well, the battle pass. Specifically, we have Lernian. Lernian is actually not bad. If you guys want to go ahead and invest in this monster, it's actually kind of decent. So not a bad choice as an attacker. We have Mad Country as well from the Bounty Hunt. I'm assuming you got that one for free because, you know, the chest, you can obtain the cells if you spend coins and stuff like that. Now, this is actually one of the best monsters to invest in, I would say. Highly recommend ranking this monster up. Besides that, he's actually pretty good too. So if you want to go ahead and invest in this one too, Bandoleur is actually pretty good. But besides that, Arcanite, I'm not really a huge fan of Arcanite, to be honest. I believe I've already done my review on this monster, and honestly, I'm not really a huge fan. Okay, really? This is so annoying. This is actually so annoying. Do I take it all the way? Oh, right here. Alright, so moving on. What do we have? Vosker. Vosker, no, not really. I'm not really a huge fan of that one. Now, this one, I don't know if I've done my review on this one yet. Have I? Not really a huge fan of this one either. This one has a turn transfer, if I'm not mistaken, right? So if you want a monster that gives you an extra turn, I guess, you got him, but like, it just gives an extra turn and just removes tortures. It doesn't give any type of boost or anything like that. So it doesn't really give you an advantage. You might as well just do like triple speed or something. Unless you do triple strength on your attacker and this monster's triple speed and you turn transfer over, then sure, that makes sense. But we have Pow Flow as well. Let me see. The monsters that are actually really worth ranking. This one's not bad. He's actually kind of nice too. If you want to go ahead and rank him up, you can. But you have most of the bounty on monsters, like the bounty on exclusives. That's nice. Turmoil's okay. I like Skype Cold more, but Turmoil, I would say go with that over this one, to be honest. Liza's not bad either, like as an attacker for Team Wars. Mauser's actually really good. One of the best from that era specifically, so I highly recommend ranking that one up. But that's pretty much it in terms of like what you got in your profile, like what you got going on. Let's go ahead and actually take a look at the monsters that you have available, like you own. So we're gonna go through Mythics, obviously, and I'm gonna scroll all the way down because that's like where it gets good, or I guess somewhere around here. So let's see. Teddy Bomb. Okay, that's maxed out. Nice. You have Mount Flamwork as well. Galvanus. You could probably throw in either Galvanus or Elvira if you want, with Voltic and Lamuna on your defense. I would probably do Elvira because Elvira is there with evasion to everybody. You have it at rank 5, and then you have Lamuna giving the rain of positive side effects, and then on top of that you got Voltic, obviously. You're all divine. Oh wow, you have some of the most of the monsters that are like meta, you have them maxed out. Nerida is also there. Try to work on that one too. One of the best from their era specifically. You have Naya as well. That's cool. Shariana almost maxed out, so that's nice. Serpentix, make sure to work on that. Max that out. King Adam, you do have King Adam. Do it. Use King Adam. For real, just go ahead and throw in King Adam in your defense for PvP. You have Duke, I see. Duke is not bad if you want to max that one out. But moving on, let's go ahead and see what else we have. Canon 11 is actually not bad either. Max that one out. Pretty good. Propsy is pretty good too. Max that out. If you need another Dark Attack or Drag Bites, there as well. Koi Boy if you need a water tank, obviously. Voltic Redeemed, obviously max that one out. And then there's more to it, but I would say focus on the other ones, like I said. And then most of the other ones here, we've already basically seen in your main profile. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at your island. You made your main island full of nature and thunder monsters. Nature and thunder, that's not bad. There are a lot of nature monsters in the game, so that's good that you did this. So you kind of like split them into two. Thunder over here, then you have nature over here. Both of the temples are there too. And you have basically the boost kind of spread out, so you can go ahead and give them all gold basically. They could all contribute gold. That's nice. I would say start working on this as well. For your level 111, that's not bad, but try to see if you could actually get this to like level 11 or 2 or 12. I'm not sure if you purchase, like, invest in battle passes or legends passes, because those also give you level 11s, and in order to use those level 11s and like kind of improve your gameplay, you will need to obviously level this up to level 11. So I'd highly recommend getting this to at least level 11 or 12. Mine is still at 11, I believe, or somewhere around there. But anyways, you have all your magic monsters. All these three are open, unlocked. I'm hoping you have this one maxed out. This one and this one you want to max out as soon as possible, and then this one eventually you can go ahead and max that one out, because I understand that one actually takes some time because it takes a lot of gold, but that one also helps out a lot, especially in PvP and Team Wars. So let's see what else we have here. Light monsters. Okay, light with earth monsters. I think Buceline is earth and nature, right? Metal monsters over here. Wow, okay, you've been taking notes. I see you've been taking notes. Alright, so more nature monsters, because I'm assuming, you know, you couldn't fit all of them here and you have a lot of nature monsters. But let me see, is that 4 monsters? Yeah, there are 4 monsters there. Okay, I thought there was only 2. But yeah, you're not doing that bad. I would say this is pretty good. This is actually almost excellent. You have all your food farms, and obviously, like I said, like I told you guys before, when you put in, like, let's say all your food farms, and let's say either this island or this island, which I highly recommend either one of the islands, because they're like the smallest and all the food farms will actually fit in there. For the remaining space, if you don't really use it, you could just go ahead and fill it up with whatever you want, you know what I mean? That's all right. But what I wouldn't recommend doing is obviously putting in those tiles across your main island or somewhere where, you know, you can actually fit in another habitat or two, you know what I mean? So something like this is completely fine. Like what this player's doing, that's completely fine. But like, you're gonna keep it somewhere over here, like this island or another island or something, and you're wasting space, then you know what I mean. But I would say, I don't know, if you could probably fit in another something else there, probably like a monster vault you could probably place in there. But I'm assuming you have your monster vault somewhere else, right? By the way, where's your breeding and hatching? Oh, you have it all the way over here. I mean, it's not bad, kind of close, but like, I don't really have it right here, but that's fine too, you know what I mean? You could keep it here, or I guess if you want to keep it here, you can. But this player has a lot of space anyways, or now anyways. You know, this island right here, he just basically is just free. Now I'm assuming you have some mythics over here on your monster vault. You have 612 monsters, unique monsters. So I'm pretty sure you definitely have, you know, some monsters hidden in your monster vault. I wish I could just check, but it doesn't let me. So you have 2 mythic habitats. Oh, I mean, you have 2 mythic habitats. I don't think you do, but maybe you do. I'm not sure. But if you do, I'm in here. You know what I mean? Make some gold out of them. But anyways, so these other 3 islands, obviously they're up for sale, but it costs money. So if you do make that purchase, go ahead and do so. If not, that's completely fine. But everything else looks pretty good. I would say this is actually pretty good. You're doing very very good right now with your gameplay. You know what I mean? This account progress, it's looking nice. For a level 111 player, you're doing very well. Next player we have is Kingawa from Toxos. This player wants me to give feedback. I mean, I think it said something about runes. So runes, and also what monsters to get next. Yeah, could you please give advice with runes? I'm not sure what that means, but okay. So runes, like, oh, like what runes to give to each monster, I guess, for your defense and attack team, I'm assuming, right? So all right, yeah, you can do that. And then also what monsters to get next. So attack team, let's see what you're using. You're using Zyron the Great CDA monster. You have an attacker, Kin 11. Now these 2 monsters are completely fine, but I would highly recommend swapping out this one and swap it with like a tank or something, or like a supporter, one of the 2. Now Kin 11 acts as a supporter. It is a supporter basically. Can be used as an attacker as well. It's supposed to be an attacker, which is funny, but everybody uses support, right? So you can use Kin 11 as obviously the supporter, but I would say probably swap it out with like a tank right here. Swap Zyron with a tank, okay? Not Kin 11. Zyron, you want to get rid of that one. Let me see what you have here. So Grateful Ted. Oh, I mean, if you could invest in Grateful Ted, you know, rank it up a little bit, get it to rank 3, you can go ahead and put that in there. You'll win a lot of attacks. Because most of the time, you don't really need Zyron. I mean, I see the play here, you know, this monster taking it the first turn, trade disabling, and Zyron taking a turn right after and CDAing, and then you have your attacker. But it would just be better if you have a tank in there, you know what I mean? So you don't get denied as well. Like, anybody could take it in the first turn, deny you, and it's game over. Defense team, let's see what you have here. You have Robo Rabbit, you have Ural, and you're running basically 2 attackers with supporter. And that's why it's not winning too many defenses, like too many battles, you know what I mean? You're not defending as much. So what I would do is get rid of Robo Rabbit. You can use Nishant because it does have anticipation, it's kind of nice as an attacker. Or you could actually do Duke, because then there'll be double dodge area, and then you could just throw in like a tank, like a taunt or mega taunt, and that would work. So I would do, what I would do if I were you, I would use Ural with Duke, since you have Duke at what, level 110? Yeah, you could use Duke in there with a tank, like a taunt monster. So that would be either Epigursus, even though it's at level 100. Let me see, when do you get taunt? Get it to rank 1. Slob, you have taunt already. If you want to use Slob, you know, rune it up and use it in there. So what I would do Ural with like 1 life, 2 speed maybe, or something like that, somewhere around there. And then your Duke instead of this attacker, so Duke would have like 2 strength, 1 speed, and then obviously your tank being there with 1 life and 2 team speed. That works out. You could play around with the team speeds here and there, with the life runes here and there, but for your attack team, I would actually make Ken 11 a little bit slow, since you have triple strength over here. So I would do like 1 speed 2 team speed, or 2 speed 1 team speed, just as long as it takes in the turn before before this one, Cherub. And then you have your tank over here. Your tank could have triple team speed or 2 team speed 1 life. That also works out. You'll win a lot of battles. But yeah, your best monsters, let's see what you should focus on. Focus on Lernata. Lernata is not bad if you want to focus on that one. Let me see. Prolka is not bad as a supporter, gives triple damage. If you could actually rank this one up, you could use this monster for your either defense team or attack team, especially attack team. You have Cannon 11 as well, obviously focus on that one. You want to focus on Grateful Ted, one of the best tanks in my opinion. Let's see. Duke, obviously focus on Duke. I would say focus on Duke more than Nishant, to be honest. Epigurus is not bad either if you want to focus on that one. Ural, definitely max that out. And then Slob, obviously. Slob is not bad either if you want to use that on your team for now. So, you know what I mean? If you're going to be using it for your attack team, like I said, go ahead and go for it. Or defense team, whatever it was. Defense, that's what it was. Because the double dodge area with 1 taunt, that normally works out very well. So, let's go ahead and take a look at your monstergram. Let's see what you own, okay? I'm going to do mythics. And we're just going to go ahead and look through. You do have Weird Ika if you want to use Weird Ika instead of Prolka. But you have Prolka. Might as well use Prolka, right? Because it's more up to date in terms of stats. Monk Flammers is also pretty good. So if you want to focus on that one, that's also there. Let's see. Ken 11 obviously, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, the monsters I already mentioned, focus on them. You also have Snowgross. If it's easier for you, rank up Snowgross to the dungeons and get it to at least rank 3. Snowgross is still usable. Give it a Shadow SN, you know what I mean? You'll be good. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at your island. So your island is kind of random though. Okay, so you have basically everything. Everything in one island. Now, I would highly recommend organizing this. So I would focus it, maybe like do 2 elements like the previous player that we went ahead and saw. His island was looking very nice. So I would do either 2 elements or 3 elements the most. For your level, for the amount of monsters that you have, I would... No, seriously, what is this? How many? Wait. This costs gems, no? Does it cost gems or gold? I gotta check this. What is this? What? Okay. Alright, anyways. So yeah, like I said, focus, either do 2 elements or 3 elements, or maybe even 4 the most. For your level, it's completely fine. But then eventually you do want to split it into 2 at least, because you'll have a lot of monsters, you know what I mean, that you'll be like getting and stuff, like hatching, leveling up and stuff, and they will need habitats, and then you can expand to other islands. So you know, you still have these islands available that you will purchase later on. So you still got a long way to go. You do have all your food farms here, which I like, so that's nice. At least those are organized. But this right here, you want to organize this, okay? Because trust me, later on, you want to take care of it now than later. Later is going to give you a headache. So I'm just trying to save you some headache, basically. We have both of these unlocked. This one will be unlocked soon. Hopefully you'll repair it or whatever. But yeah, not bad. And then you have what? Earth, fire. Oh, this is kind of mixed as well, right? Light monsters. Wait, no, this is light. It's thunder. I think that one's only thunder, right? Like pure thunder. But you have 3 light monsters here. So where's your light boost? Do you have the boost? I don't see the boost. You gotta start purchasing them. Yeah, purchase the boost. I don't see a single one unless I'm blind. But yeah, I don't see a single one. See, instead of purchasing these, you should have purchased the gold boost. The gold boost actually benefits you. This does not benefit you at all. It's just for decoration, basically. So yeah, anyways, besides all that, guys, like I said, just focus on organizing your island. There's a lot to improve, obviously, but yeah, there's a lot to improve. You have a level 10, that's nice. Level 78, that's not bad. You know what I mean? At level 78, you have level 10 unlocked. You're doing good. But yeah, like I said, organize. That's all you need to do right now. All right, I gotta check this out. Let me go to shop. Let me go to buildings. Where is this? No, it's not in buildings, is it? Where is it? Habitat sponsors, packs. Okay, right here. I gotta see this. I gotta check this out, man. Oh, it is for gold. Okay, so never mind. I guess they changed it because I'm pretty sure back then it was actually with gems, unless it's just these specific ones that are with gems. So these are like exclusive ones, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like these ones are actually kind of rare. That's why it's with gems. Is it? I'm assuming. I'm not sure. But these ones are no wait, because some of these like Singularis was also kind of exclusive back then. Like it got released like years and years ago. Monster Device, I know, I remember when I got that. Like I have so many statues right now in my storage. I'm not trying to flex or anything, like I'm just trying to show. Like look, all these statues right here. I have 4 Vano statues. I'm not sure if that's actually up for purchase, but I have so many of them. But I just don't basically place them because, you know what I mean, like it's just what kind of waste of space, unless I just kind of like, you know, squeeze it in here and there, but then it won't look good. Wow, my game crashed. Great. Next player we have is Axmar from Eternal Supremacy. This player wants help with PvP and I believe his island. Let's go ahead and check just to double check. It says, oh, help with multiplayer and island, please. Okay, so multiplayer and island. All right, your attack team. Let's see what you're running. You're running double extra turners with a tank. This is actually, I believe, my first time seeing something like this. All right, and then you have your defense. Your defense is not looking bad. Although, I think it'll be better if you use something other than Raris instead. So you could do, actually you could swap out Raris for your attack team. So you do Raris with probably Naya as an attacker, or you could do Dark Voltic as an attacker with King Adam, I would say. Let me see what else you have here that you can play around with. Lamuna, oh, you have UV Voltic. Why don't you use this one? Rank this one up, invest in this one, and then use this one instead of the Dark Voltic. It's a lot better. You'll see the difference, trust me. You do have Grindy as well. Grindy is not bad either. So you have some nice monsters that you can go ahead and kind of rank up. Like, take the time, rank them up, and then you can use them. So there's also, obviously, Grateful Ted. If you could get this one to rank 3, you're kind of almost there. You're like 2 ranks away. You can go ahead and get this one to rank 3, and you can use it. So that would be Grateful Ted with Ural the Divine and, you know, Cherub Cupid. And that's actually an excellent defense team. You could go ahead and use that. And then for your attack team, you could kind of like use these two. I would probably do Naya as an attacker rather than using Dark Voltic, because Dark Voltic, most of the time you're going to be facing Cherub Cupid or Serpentix, and you're going to get one shot. That monster's going to get one shot and you don't have any resurrectors on your team. So if anything, that's what I would do. Or you could do this. You could actually swap out Cherub Cupid with Dark Voltic. So that way, you know, Dark Voltic, if in case it dies in your defense team, you have Ural that's going to resurrect it back. And sometimes that actually throws off the enemy. So that's what I would do. And then you could continue using Naya as a supporter. So you could provide in the 50% damage boost or the double damage to your Cherub, and then Cherub could go crazy. And then you still have your tank there, you know what I mean? But Raris is there, but I mean, if you want to swap it out, I would highly recommend swapping it out with a tank, someone like Grateful Ted. Grateful Ted is pretty good. For your best monsters, let's see what you got here. So focus on this one, max that one out. This one's not bad either if you want to go ahead and focus on that one. Now I know I understand that the monsters from this era is actually kind of slightly more difficult to like max out, to kind of work on. Same with the previous era, but especially this one, kind of hard to actually like max these monsters out because there's no rank up dungeons basically. So you would have to use its actual source, or obviously having the cells, but the cells, they don't come around that often, plus it costs gems. So I understand it's hard to like rank them up, but if you have the chance to like max them out in any way, you know what I mean, go ahead and do so, especially the ones that are actually really worth it. Like for example, this one's gonna be meta for a while, so that one's very nice. And then Bandolero's there too. Let's see what else you have. Obviously focus on this one. Grind is pretty good. Kinecro is also pretty good for Bounty Hunt as well. Bounty Hunt, PvP, and Team Wars, that's like monster that works everywhere. Fearful Ted's also pretty nice. Lamuna, focus on Lamuna, max this one out. This one's gonna be good. You could use this for your defense. It's so nice using it for defense, especially if it's maxed out, because you get that rank 5 status caster. I think it's rank 5 if I'm not mistaken. Lamuna gets it, right? The rain of powder status effect that could throw off the enemy as well. But anyways, you have your fire monsters here. This one's kind of organized, I would say. You know, you have your fire, light monsters, and then metal. Now you do have to purchase another metal boost and probably put it somewhere right there. Let me see. Do you have any other like metal monsters around here? No? Those are your only ones? Okay, that's fine. That's completely fine. So you kind of split it into 3 for now. You know, 3 elements. And that's completely fine because you have a lot of space. You have more room to kind of play with. So you kind of spread them out a little bit for now. But I would organize it and I would just keep fire monsters mixed with another element that you have a lot of monsters for. So for example, if that's like light, you know, make it light, full of light. If you have magic, for example, all these magic monsters could be right here. You know what I mean? And these ones, since you don't have too many of them, like metal or light, since you don't have too many of them, you can actually move them somewhere else and keep them somewhere else. And then you can kind of grow that out as well. Dark monsters are here, nice. Got all your thunder monsters here as well. All right, I have a quick tip for you guys that actually will help many of you guys out. I'm sure many of you guys actually know about this, but in case you didn't, so here, think about it this way. Let's use this as an example, okay? We have fire monsters here. And some of these fire monsters are double elements. So for example, this one, Serpentix, you know, it's fire with light. Fearful Ted, fire with light. Sharp Cupid, fire with light. You get the point, right? And then this side, let's say it's metal. Only metal. Ignore the light ones. Just metal. So let's say this is split in 2. Eventually, you run out of space, right? You run out of space here and you're like, oh man, I want to place another fire monster here. But I can't because it's all maxed out. It's all full, right? What you can do is actually move that specific element, the one that's double element. You can move one of those monsters into whatever other area that also like kind of takes that element. So for example, if this area was full of light monsters only and this is fire with light, obviously you could actually use that double element monster, like move Serpentix to that fire category, and then you can move in that light monster here. That way you still make gold both sides, you know what I mean? They both make the same amount of gold and you don't really lose gold, if that makes sense. So I hope that kind of helps you guys out. We have, like I said, dark monsters kind of like scattered here and there. We do have the temples, not the temple, yeah, breeding temple or breeding fountain with the hatchery there. Although I would recommend investing in another breeding because that actually helps out a lot. It does come around and there's like what, 75 gems I think it costs. Normally it's like 150 or 175 for another breeding fountain. You know, the one with the pink, red, whatever it is. It's another breeding basically that gives you. Normally that comes around in a discount and it costs like 75 gems. I highly recommend picking it up if you can. Now, this, you can keep it the way it is over there, but most of these monsters, you don't really need them. Like Rabbit maybe you need that for breeding, sure. Thundernex, Team Race, maybe, sure. But you don't need Shanky, do you? No. You could probably sell that one. And so keep those other 2 monsters in storage. Put this back over here. And just, I guess, keep the rest the way it is. But get all your earth monsters together. So yeah, there are some things you could improve on, like here and there, like in terms of like just keeping them together. So like I said, split your island either in 2 or 3. You're like level 74, so you're still not all the way up there. You don't have too many monsters, so that means you can actually probably split the main island into like 3 elements at most or something, 3 or 4. But you're doing pretty good though, I would say. Definitely start repairing this, work on this when you can, but max this out too. Max these 2 first and then you can eventually work on that one. But again, like I said, decoration, you don't really need to focus on decoration. I see some right here and I've seen the previous player as well, you know, with decorations, and honestly it's just waste of space unless you just like fill in those little gaps, you know what I mean? Then sure, but you don't really need it early game, you know what I mean? But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today's Monster Gens account review. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. If you guys want to have a chance for your account to, you know, be reviewed in a future episode, which is I believe going to be episode 20 for Dax. So just go ahead and comment down below your team name and also your profile name, and comment down below as well any comments you want to make. If you want me to focus on something more specific like runes, PvP, you know, monsters, whatever it is, just let me know. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.